crawler stickers.
I know we've got them. Have you got the posters?
Oh shit! Yeah.
In the car.
All right. Hello.
Hi.
So this is Crawlers. You guys want to just tell me a little bit about yourselves first, just before I get into questions?
Yeah, so we're Crawlers. We're an alt rock band from Liverpool, UK. And that's about as interesting as we get. Yeah.
Alrighty. So my first question: what is the scene like in Liverpool with music? I mean, obviously there's been legendary people come from there, but
consider it's such a small city. There is so much music, so much going on. I think like every band kind of knows each other, and there's like you really start from like what I love is there's so many artists who started from playing all the basement gigs to now touring the world. So many.
Like it's so easy to play every venue in Liverpool because it's such a small city, and like you say, everyone knows each other, so everyone looks out for each other, listens to each other, and supports each other.
Yeah, there's always something going on. Like, it's not like there's like peaks and troughs with it. Like, there is always something going on.
Oh yeah, I think so, and I think it's crazy because like it always changes too. Like when we first started the band, it was very indie. It was very like little like boy bands, like beep beep boop boop, and then like
Just like that.
boop boop, and then like when lockdown happened, this big post-punk kind of moment happened, which I think was so sick, and I think it's always been really nice to kind of watch what the city grows and how I guess everyone travels outside of it too.
cool. So how much of Austin have you experienced so far?
Enough. No,
We've been here
Dang!
since Monday.
that was a joke. I actually grew up here.
No, it's
I'm still yet to try a barbecue. I need to try like a proper
Going to
Texas
one
barbecue. Yeah, we are.
yeah, it's a bit mad. It's a big city. We've never been before. That's good though.
It is. We've been to Texas before. It is really nice being here in March because last time we came it was June. And safe to say, I actually had to get my eyebrow re-pierced because it was that sweaty. It slid out my face.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not used to this weather. I am British and went on caravan holidays my whole life, so this is like very new to me. So this weather's like a good.
And now it's
wheel between-
raining.
And now it's raining, so I feel like I'm at home.
It's exactly like being at home.
Awesome. So I was going to ask a little bit about it, how your experience here, because you said, Liverpool's very much, a music scene. You can know everybody, you can play everywhere. This is kind of a special circumstance, but it's also not, because I feel like any given day in Austin, you can walk down the street, especially like 6th Street and Red River, and you can just hear music coming from everywhere. Does that compare at all to what you're used to back home?
I think it's very spread out here. I think that's one difference. Like where I think in Liverpool, no joke, you can like.
It's very concentrated, isn't it? Even in
So
the north,
concentrated.
like where we live, it's like, because the UK is so small, it's like within like an hour, we've got Liverpool, Manchester, Leeds,
Warrington.
and even Birmingham. So it's like, even those like cities have got like, massive amounts of artists, different artists, whereas like you said, this is so spread out.
And Liverpool, especially, like we were saying, it's so easy to just walk into a gig at like any bar on any night out. So it's really easy to find new music.
Yeah, I think it's really nice because I think a lot of like UK artists come and they're like New York, LA, that's where the music's at. But like there is some amazing music that has come from here and come from like everywhere. Like we watch so many artists who come from like the most obscure places who are so sick, and I think it's really nice to see a new city and feel that scene a little bit.
Awesome. So what are you hoping to get out of South by while you're here? Like, what are your goals?
Texas barbecue.
There's no shortage of places for you to find that. I'm amazed that you haven't gotten it
We just
yet.
want to get in front of people who haven't seen us or heard of us before. And there's a lot of our friends here, so it's nice, like so many people from Liverpool back home.
That's always cool, like when you bump into people you know on the other side of the world, like doing the same festivals and that.
Yeah.
That's always sick.
That's
Really
awesome.
good. I think there's something about firstly this is our like first performance of this year too, which is insane. But I think South by is just known. It's a gateway. Every big artist I've ever looked up to has done South by, has had a horror story or the best story ever come from South by. Like
Yeah, it seems to be like a bit of a rite of passage.
it's a rite of passage. Like, I remember like watching 1975's old sets from South by the same year they did Glasgow. I watched Billie Eilish's in 2017, and now look where she is. Wet Legs last year. So it's really nice to watch these and watch. I don't know. I feel like, and it's also nice to play these kind of grassroots venues and experience those kind of dives, because it's been a while since we've done that.
Yeah, awesome. So speaking of playing live, do you have any like tour rituals that you do, or you know, anywhere that you would really dream of playing? Or
I have a tour ritual, which is having a Manuka honey and lemon before stage and putting on a candle in the hotel.
I always have one beer half an hour before stage time on the dot.
a specific beer or just any
No,
beer?
just a beer.
Whatever's on the ride.
Do you know what, my ritual is so antisocial. Like, I will be on my phone until about 10 minutes before we go out, because I just get too nervous otherwise. I have to like go into my own little like mind palace and then like actually prepare then, because I will just like get way
But then
too
you go,
nervous.
oh, we're going on? Okay.
Oh, okay, I'll put my ears on.
I think I just like having a really good stretch. I drink stupid copious amounts of water, steam, vocal straw. Normally have a little bit of a stress. Try and avoid I'm kind of the opposite liver. Try and avoid my phone before we go on stage, because that kind of makes me more anxious in the opposite way. Yeah, I don't know. It's really nice. I feel like with these shows as well, we've been trying to like hand out leaflets, get people to come to the show and meet us. But we also like have social anxiety, so there is an attempt.
It's been going very well.
It's been going very well. But you know what? It's all part of the all part of the fun.
Awesome. So you actually used the word gateway earlier, which made me giggle internally, because I was going to ask you, what was your gateway drug to getting into music, wanting to be a musician, wanting to do this for a living?
My story is so silly. I love your stories, so you've got to get to me. But my first, because I actually wanted to do like musical theatre and stuff growing up, and it wasn't until I accidentally auditioned for like a pop music course. I didn't mean to, it was completely by accident. So I was a bit like, whoa, this isn't classical that I've kind of been used to. And I watched my first ever dive show, and like, dead silly. It was like, it's a place called the Magnet in Liverpool. It's shut down now, unfortunately, but I went there, and it was just a band from our college who were playing there. They genuinely played like 2 originals, a cover of Valerie. Their string broke, and I stood there and I went, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And it was it's just like a little shoddy venue, and it definitely was the moment. I remember walking back to the train to go home, because I lived like 40 minutes away, and just being like, wow, if I can do that for the rest of my life, I'm sorted.
Mine was Reading Festival 2014 with Blink-182 headlining, and then Travis Barker did like a 10-minute solo. At the time I had like loads of money saved up, but I had no idea what I wanted to spend it on. After he did that solo, I was like, I'm getting a drum kit. Like that's what I want to do.
Nice. Never touched drum set before that?
No, not at all.
Wow,
And
that's
then
amazing.
After seeing that, I was like, yeah, this is it. This is what I want to do.
Awesome.
Mine was probably, I was like 7 or 8, and my family and I had gone to see Michael Jackson's This Is It in cinema. And it works, trust me.
I'm following you.
The guitarist that he had for that tour, Orianthe, the second I saw her like just completely shredding, I was like captivated. Was like, I want to do that. Whatever that is, I want it. And then
You did it down to
ended
the
up.
red hair.
No, she's blonde.
Was she?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You think of princes, yeah. But yeah, ended up playing bass, not guitar. But
That was my fault. I kicked her off the guitar.
for the best.
I don't have one. I've just never been very good at anything else. But my uncle gave me like a really shitty guitar when I was like 12. So here I am now.
That guitar though, it's the same acoustic guitar that we've used on like all our new tracks. That same.
Different one. Yeah. No, my uncle gave me this. It was like proper piano. Like none of my family are musical at all. So yeah, it's just a shitty guitar. And then yeah, just done it ever since. Kicked
Awesome.
it off the guitar.
For the best.
And I was like, well, I'm not learning the bass.
So in fairness to her, I had been looking for an excuse, so do me a favour.
There you go. How have you grown as a band since you've come together from your obviously very different
Well, I started at
backgrounds?
5'7" and now I'm 6'4".
Holly has not got an own toy.
Sorry.
I haven't grown since I was like 11. I think it was kind of an amazing thing. So Liv and Amy used to be in a band together. They did like covers and stuff, and when we went into college, so college is like when you're 16 to like 18, so kind of like high school here. Me and Liv went to like the music specialist one, the one I accidentally went to, which is the best choice I've ever made in my life. And Liv and I literally sang a jazz ballad, and for some reason they put me in a rock band with Liv, and I was absolutely captivated because I was trying to work out how to speak to Liv because I thought Liv was super cool. Like the red hair and the eyeliner, I was like, I want us to be friends, but I don't know how. And then like after it, we just loved singing and playing together. So I was like, shall we do this for real? And at the same time, Amy slid into Liv's DMs going, want to bring the band back. And we kind of combined forces, and then Harry wrote a review of one of our singles in like 2020 called Hush, and mistook Liv's bass solo for a guitar solo, which I think is still a trial and tribulation with the band. We're getting help for it, it's fine. And then when we needed a new drummer, Harry was the obvious choice. So.
Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, you clearly enjoy each other's company at the very least.
I won't go that far.
Last question, because the radio show that I host is an emo show, and so yeah. You opened for MyChem in the UK, right?
I actually just sang a G note. Did you hear that? I heard that on camera. Like, oh, anyway, sorry.
Charlie Puth. Yeah, that was in mine and Liv's hometown. Proper like, yeah, just a town. He was so mad that they were playing there anyway. It's not a city. It's like, yeah. It was just mad, wasn't it? We really begged for it. We really pulled on the fact that it was a little bit pathetic how much we begged. Yeah.
We were like, why wouldn't we open for
Why
Mike
would we
and
open you?
Corona?
I literally live 10 minutes away.
It's insane now though, because we played like there's this place in Manchester which is a city by ours called Affleck's Palace, which is known for being like emo and alternative, and we went there the other day and we couldn't, honestly, every shot was like, oh, you were the guys who opened up for My Chemical Romance, and I was like, oh, this, if you told 15-year-old me that is what you're saying right now, because like when I was in my musical theatre moment, I was in Snoopy the musical, and I was literally dressed head to toe in a dog outfit, and every time I'd go in the wings, like to go off stage, I was just blasting My Chem. They were like, the band, like Go See You is still like one of my favourite songs. So yeah, it was
It's a big moment.
it was
for us.
surreal. I think I
moment.
just fanboyed on stage the entire time, to be honest.
That's fair. Okay, so then my last question: what is your favorite genre of music to listen to that you do not create?
Love that.
Hip hop.
ABBA.
That is a genre in
ABBA's my
itself.
favourite
Alba is a genre.
I really like Brockhampton and
They're from like 30 minutes south of here, you know.
I know, which is insane. I really like Brockhampton and other like kind of hip hop artists. I'm getting like, I just love pop music too, like really well, like how pop. I love Sophie and Charlie. I've really been listening to Caroline Polchak's new album, and then I kind of like weird avant-garde stuff like Black Country New Road and Jockstrap they're playing here, which I'm excited. So that, I guess I don't really make any of that music, so.
I mean, I've got a bit of a soft spot for metal.
What?
If you can't tell.
Really?
But yeah, it's
She says in my Slipknot t-shirt.
Yeah, you're not getting it back. But I also love listening to like Bjork and Massive Attack. I think mostly because Beyonce. I love Beyonce. That's mostly my mum and my sister's fault that I listen to those. But yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Did you?
Well, it's just hip hop. Like
Hip hop
old
in
school,
general?
so like MF Doom, that sort of
Lauryn
thing.
Hill.
Okay. Nice. Awesome. Well, I guess I have a lot of questions, but I don't want to ask all of them. But is there anything else that you would like to add?
When will this interview go out?
I'm gonna edit it and put it on YouTube tonight, and then I'll play it on my show next Friday.
Oh, amazing. Well, you should check out our socials on everything because we're coming out of hibernation to new stuff that's coming very, very soon. Thank you so much for having us on. It's been a ball.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.